It's Wednesday. It's the second day of February 2022. Welcome to the Day Weather Podcast and happy Groundhog Day, everybody. This podcast brought to you by Chugwater Chili, the gourmet spice of Western life. Go to chugwaterchili.com and check out their Chugwater Chili Red Pepper Jelly. With the Super Bowl coming on up, you're going to want to not only have a big pot of Chugwater Chili ready, but have some appetizers ready as well. And Chugwater Chili Red Pepper Jelly is great for that. Go to Chugwater Don or use Chugwater Don at checkout for 20% off at chugwaterchili.com. Yes, folks, Phil saw his shadow in Pennsylvania this morning. That means 6 more weeks of winter, although 6 more weeks of winter in the western United States in the high plains, that doesn't mean much because we know how much winter happens after the middle of March. Nonetheless, it's always fun to see what happens with Phil. The Arctic chill and snow will continue through Thursday before the snow and the ice spreads out across the rest of the United States. Now, fair weather is going to return Friday through Tuesday with one minor system over the weekend. I do see parts of Montana, northern Wyoming, maybe the western Dakotas getting some snow showers late Saturday as that system moves through, but it won't be a major player. Then the next system, an Alberta Clipper, is going to come through the region on Wednesday of next week, maybe bringing some light snow and a shot of colder air. The next large-scale Arctic outbreak is going to happen right around the middle of February, right around the 14th, either a little before or a little bit after the 14th is when we're expecting the next bigger Arctic wave to come in. And I think that Arctic wave is going to be larger and more extensive than the one that we have right now. And here it is right now. We have high pressure up into the Gulf of Alaska, opening the door to the Arctic and bringing in that wedge of very, very cold Arctic air into the region. Pacific air going on top of it is going to produce all along this boundary here snow and ice and rain and a lot of winter weather. And this Arctic air is going to really penetrate far south and east and into the region. And what that's going to do is bring a lot of headaches for travelers over the next 24 to 36 hours. Airports, travel, power grids, a lot of things are going to get iced up and snowed up. And look at the snowfall. Look how far, look how many miles of pretty significant snow is going to fall on a southwest and northeast axis. Look at the mountains of Mexico down here getting some snow as well. And look how far south into Texas snow will be falling. New Mexico, southeast Colorado, southwest Kansas doing well. Really, really good to see that precipitation. We'd love to see California get back into the mix, and it's going to take a while. It's going to be another 10 days, I think, before that happens. But in the meantime, all of the action will be in the central and eastern areas of the United States. This is the ice prediction with this storm system. This is a real problem. This is all freezing rain and the possibility of accumulations of freezing rain. So if you look down here on the scale, you're getting some areas here in the darker red where that ice could accumulate a half to 3/4 to an inch. So you think about power lines and tree limbs and branches, this is going to be a really, really big headache. A big headache when these Arctic air masses come in and they collide with the moist, warmer air from the Gulf. You just get a zone where there's going to be heavy snow, a zone of rain, and then a zone of ice. So this will be a persistent problem that's going to go on 24 to 36 hours. These are the forecasted low temperatures in Texas by Friday morning. So you can see all the way to the coast here. Temperatures are going to be going below freezing all the way down to the water with single digits and lower teens in the north central areas of Texas below zero up into the panhandles. These are temperatures in Texas by Friday morning compared to the 30-year averages. So you can see lots and lots of purple there. And if we were to go out further, you can see how by noon tomorrow, the extent of the really cold air across North America goes all the way from Alaska up to Greenland and then all the way down into Mexico. So this is a large wave of very cold Arctic air, but it's going to be moving this way rather quickly. So that will mean the Arctic air comes off the slopes of the Rockies. But that's not until a sub-zero night tonight. Overnight lows tonight will drop below zero across many areas of the Central Plains and the Central Rockies, especially the basins and valleys of Wyoming, Colorado, and Utah. Then look up here. You know, you think this is cold here, but look at those folks up in North Dakota and what they're going to have to contend with temperatures tomorrow morning. We've got temperatures that are as cold as 35 below zero in parts of northwest Minnesota and eastern North Dakota. So I guess it could be worse. There's this band here of single-digit temperatures, and this is mainly because there's not a lot of snow on the ground in those areas, and that'll keep temperatures up just a little bit. As we go forward, this is the little clipper system that's going to come through the northern Rockies late Friday night into Saturday and Saturday night. Not much of a weather maker. But this is by Tuesday night and Wednesday, and we have another little system coming in right here. Now notice we have a little wavy pattern like this with small trough systems coming on through, and another little one here. What is likely going to happen is these will be quick moving systems, not large ones. But Wednesday and next week, Tuesday night into Wednesday, we'll need to watch out for maybe a little bit of weather with that one. High pressure continues along the west coast, so those areas remain dry. Now going out further, this is the 13th of February. Notice, if I go back here, what we see is a building northward of the high pressure ridge in the jet stream again, and we start to see another dip. See this east-west axis of blue? This east-west axis of blue is basically the axis of the bitter cold Arctic air, the coldest air. Now what will happen is, when they set up like this, what will happen is you get these spokes like this of very, very cold Arctic air that rotate counterclockwise around that vortex of cold. And what will happen is these head south as they rotate around this. We saw this the middle of February last year. So what will happen is we'll see some pretty good plunges of Arctic air again into the United States right around or just after the 13th or 14th of February. And that's what temperatures look like behind that wave. So you can see that the potential for more Arctic air this month is on the table. Have yourself a great Wednesday. We'll see you tomorrow.